The first finalist in the Meeting the Challenge of the Difficult Job Specialty Contractor Over $15 million category is Myers & Sons Construction, LP, for their project, Pioneer Bridge Emergency Repair in Sacramento. It was a nearly impossible schedule when Myers & Sons Construction was awarded an emergency limited bid contract by Caltrans to provide polyester concrete roadway surfacing on a busy stretch of Route 50, one that carries some 160,000 vehicles daily to and from major regional facilities around the Sacramento region. The contracted schedule was already challenging. It specified 120 working days for completion, starting the Monday after the 4th of July. That's before the governor's office called to ask for acceleration and completion of the critical project by Labor Day weekend 2017. Putting pencil to paper and working with every level of personnel on the project team, the Myers Caltrans team committed to deliver the project in just 47 days, less than 39% of the original project estimate. With a contract of nearly $22 million, Myers had to schedule people and resources to facilitate the delivery of an average of $3 million of work a week to maintain the accelerated timeframe. This equated to multi-shift work plans using over twice the amount of labor, materials, and equipment envisioned in the original bidding process. Within 6 days of being presented with the challenge of vastly accelerating its work, the Caltrans Myers team had developed a preliminary phasing plan that included weeknight partial lane closures for ancillary work and full 56-hour closures over 6 weekends. A scheduled task force group detailed the level of effort to a near hourly basis. To mitigate the risks inherent with a tight labor and materials market at the height of summer, Myers temporarily relocated dozens of personnel and millions of dollars worth of equipment and material resources from other projects. Through these efforts and more, the team met the expectations of Caltrans, the governor's office, and corridor stakeholders. They opened the corridor on time for 2017 Labor Day weekend traffic, delivering a sustainable project that is a model for accelerated best practice delivery.
The last finalist in the Meeting the Challenge of the Difficult Job Specialty Contractor Over $15 million category is Royal Electric Company for their project, Oakland South Field Runway 1230 Rehabilitation in Oakland. Oakland International Airport's runway 1230, the airport's main commercial air carrier runway, had not been repaved in over 30 years when Royal Electric Company was awarded the $15.6 million electrical contract for the project. Since it was costing about $35 million in additional fuel for airlines to taxi to the North Field during the project, time was of the essence to get the runway back in operation. The project involved asphalt concrete overlay as well as airfield lighting infrastructure upgrades. Work started with conversion of a taxiway into a temporary runway, enabling normal flight operations during construction. Infrastructure for hundreds of lights were then repaired or replaced. An airfield rehabilitation project of this magnitude would normally span 6 to 8 months, but the schedule in this project was much less. With 9 consecutive Monday night closures to prepare the runway and taxiway areas, 1 night shift to convert an existing taxiway into a temporary runway, and just 14 days to completely rehabilitate the paving and airfield electrical on runway 1230. Many thought the schedule could not be achieved. The team not only finished successfully, but airplanes landed 4 hours earlier than the planned opening. Royal Electric collaborated closely with the owner and De Silva Gates Construction to complete this project under critical deadlines on an active airfield. They maintained 24-hour, 7-day-per-week shifts during the runway rehabilitation and called on manpower from all over the state. Early on, Royal purchased inventory of airfield electrical components just to have extra parts on hand. This proved invaluable, as the owner supplied refurbished equipment did not always function properly prior to opening the runway. During the 14-day runway rehabilitation, the electrical engineer commented, "Watching Royal's crews perform is like watching a work of art." Not only did Royal Electric stay ahead of the seemingly impossible schedule, but they completed the project with 0 lost time injuries.